from a place and enough girl don't care. Dark society. Yo, Adrian. And what them know about these streets? What them know about funeral fridge more pack up than with deep free? What them know about gunshot a fire with no go school for 3 weeks? You can't feel the same cause that we see. We grew around the baby that's unseen. Yo, me a smile with pain in a me. Who come from a place rainfall with flames in a head? Me a see sun but me feel cold. I'm up me time for me reach you. Not even me. Give thanks and praise out there. Give thanks and praise to the mystic laws of the universe and its protective functions and forces in nature that guide our thoughts and our part in all ways that are lawful, correct, and positive. Insured person. Well, I'm just a pass through. Yeah, I should have just go all the rest up, but you know, I just turn on my thing through. I have my thing and I can do that, you know. So what's an insured person? I wonder if ones and ones ever contemplate that. Because apparently people are profit off of the dead bodies out there. Naturally. Has to be. Yeah, man. So I'm quite sure all of the people out there have insurance on them. But I don't think they're aware of it, you know. And somebody present themselves as their beneficiaries. So it's interesting. It's really interesting. But my thing is just my thing. I'm staying on my lane. Yeah, man. I'm always in my lane. Me in a lane where, yeah, and not necessarily for the faint of heart, but you really have to choose to apply yourself. Yeah, man. And you have to apply yourself for yourself. So in order for you to, you know, move from point A to point B, move from the base to the basic and beyond, then that take a little bit of knowledge, people. Well, I say a little bit, but it's really, you know, you have to choose to have truthful information. Right now, I discover, not even discover like how it's just so obvious. If the system that is at play or that is in place is operating as a debt entity, as a corporation, then everything we are happening within that construct is fictional. And when we say fictional, we are saying, boy, a two system of laws out there. You know what I mean? Or two system, I should say, not systems of law, two systems. Because people say commercial law, admiralty law, common law, all of these things. But we know say the law, whether they are the common law and the constitution, yeah, is maintained under the common law. However, because of trade with foreign people, and when you have trade with foreign people, it's called commerce. When you have trade with your local people, it's just trade. But because of the foreign intercourse, we engage in a commerce. And as such, then they have to institute a uniform set of rules called uniform commercial codes. And we share the basic information as such, but again, with all of the distraction, people shall miss it. On a platform like this, where we are share this kind of information only because we are learning. Them things are not secret. It's all about contract. And it's obvious now that contract make law. Why? Because them always need a consent. But when we say contract, we have to get specific and just say agreements. Because it's really agreement. When them remove from substance, them start work with negotiation, negotiable instruments, meaning negotiable agreements. And this is why them always need a consent. Now, when we say criminality and commerce is intertwined, and we share that CFR 72.11, something like that. So right now, all crimes are commercial in nature only because the system that is in place dictate that. And how we can prove or validate that, just research public law 7310. And that's where them institute the change by way of public policy, and them have a landmark Supreme Court case, which is the 1938 Erie Railroad versus, I think, Tompkins. And these things are what people can look up on their own. And when I'm talking this way, I really have nothing in front of me. I just have, free flow. Or just a chant, naturally. It is interesting though. It's like when you move to get to a location, you go, you see all kind of hazards will come along. Yeah, and these hazards is more addition to the already plethora of distractions that is there. However, we have to choose for us, focus on whatever it is ones that choose to try to accomplish. Yeah, man. For a man like me always love learning. So anytime I get the opportunity to look for new information, then yeah, them kind of thing they excite a man such as I. Yeah, man. Right now, with the current affair, we have to say shout out and salute out a Spanish town. Because I tell you, when you watch the news, you hear the chaos, because of the local incident, And this is why we always encourage the warrior them say criminality on it here, sir. The criminality what we see out there are garbage, truly. And it's kind of one-sided. Criminality not have no distinction between rich and poor. It doesn't have distinction between black and white. It doesn't have distinction between, foreign or domestic. Yeah, man, local or international. None of them distinction there. However, you find that people are bypass laws, and more time we can comprehend it. When you have extreme situation, it usually call for extreme actions. Yeah, man. And this is why I'm not necessarily get involved in them local politics. Yeah. Could have never been a criminal boy. How could I be? You know what I mean? I'm too old. And if I wasn't too old And they also now would have too much knowledge for no different. Better you sit on one side and them say, yeah man, you must suffer. I better that. And you have your life. Then you talk about you join up in a gang. And one of the worst things, you know what I mean? And one of the worst things, people. But people's definition of a gang is selective, you know? People's definition of criminal enterprise and criminal organization is selective. It's neither here nor there. Again, you know, if them said there was war in the heavens and the devil was tossed down to earth, then earth have to be hell. Them said the devil they are hell. So when we say the earth is out of course, it's just that. This is the hell where we are living. And it got tough to get better if the people at the top not choose to become better. Sometimes when we have a problem, you know, people always attack the effect and them not try, you know, go ascertain the cause. Yeah, man, and root out the cause. But again, free will. A man can choose good or a man choose evil. Your choice. Both have consequences. It's called the law of compensation, cause and effect, cause and consequence, people. Yeah, man. It's all about contract out the people. I saw a clip today. One of them funny clip there with a police officer and one of those, you know, private citizen in his, you know, car and police ask him for him license and documents and the man a talk a whole bunch of trash. Sometimes this is why when I really advise people to take on things without having knowledge. Because the moment you have a driver's license, it means you choose to voluntarily contract with the state, with the political entity. It's a contract. The driver's license bond is a contract. Yeah, man. This is why when we say, boy, we revoke, yeah, man, and rescind all contract made during infancy, known or unknown. Yeah, man. This is why we have a document of forgiveness. Yeah, man. All of these things are step in the process, step along a journey. And the information where you acquire and learn, it's years, forever. This is why I'm like write on paper. You understand? And I advise, you know, especially our grassroots people wanna get the formal training like most and the extensive training. You have to apply yourself. I one of the joy when you learn something new. I'm one of the joy people. Yeah, man, and I'm not way I can explain. And it is addictive. Because the moment you choose to apply yourself and you discover something new, you know what I mean? It will carry you on a journey. Basically, it's like a quest. And me only can express it that way because that's what it was for me. I remember in about 2011. When me I said, nah man, something wrong man. When I come in from the mainland in 2010, within 2 months of 2011 start, you know. I think I come in about August. So by September, October, you know what I mean? And me I said, nah man, something is wrong. Because I have no interest to move again. 'Cause I'm quite sure one should be able to deduce that there's a lot of people when I need a visa for travel. And there's a lot of people when I necessarily have to go jump the border for travel. Yeah man. I'm just a fair read, and you know there's different things out there where one can choose to apply, which is lawful because most people want a B1, B2 visa as visitor, and there's whole heap of other options out there if people choose to look. But a man such as me, I said the visa not apply to me, just like all the laws what them have here. Those legal standards, it doesn't apply. That's why I'm gonna use driver's license. I'm gonna have to subject myself to these rules and regulations that apply to most people. There is a difference. So when a man gets some information and not really apply himself and then put himself in a position for when he can go in any court in Ireland and can present documentation in writing, instrument in writing, so this is what it is. We call those instrument certificate of fact. So when you stay them way like the brethren, you have a driver's license, police stop you. Once you have a driver's license, you know what I mean, it's a contract. So once the police asks you for your license and your documentation, then you present it. That's how it's supposed to be when you subject yourself to the rules and regulation of the political entity. There is a difference, people. It's just like, oh, you say you're a Jamaican citizen yet. People are talking about the Constitution right now, yet me know said the amendment of 2011. No other document not supersede that, and that is the Charter of Fundamental Rights and Freedom. But within that document, you have due process clause, and these people are not using or operating or functioning from the common law or from the Constitution. Why we can say that? I'm living proof. If a policeman can arbitrarily stop you and take away things, and them very rules say if you stop a man, him have 5 days to do whatever he want to do and present it. You understand? And when them stop you, them are charged of a criminal offense, which is a misdemeanor because there is no injured party. So where is the crime? It's all fraudulent activity, silent deception, and inducement to participate in commercial fraud. Now, when you now have this kind of knowledge and I express it, I share it, you don't need to go out there talk about, argue with police officer. You understand? Why? Because you are a citizen of the political entity. I am not. Irrespective of where absolutely no one said, let's go in court and I'll prove it easily. You for present your document saying I'm a citizen, and I will present a document saying I am not. Simple. I will say which document supersede which, whose claim is superior. But when you're not in a position like that, when you not have no documentation like that, when you not have no knowledge for backup where you try to, you know what I mean? You know out there is like, you're just there to make a mess. And that is the problem with most people. Them want to do all kind of thing, but them no want to learn, you know. Them want you make all of the sacrifice and gift it to them. And even when you gift it to them, they cannot use it. Them are going to call you again and say, what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? And when them get in a trouble, because usually they will, is you them going to call again. It doesn't work like that. Not on my side of the fence, people. This is why I must say you have to establish your own house. I can't establish it for you. You have to choose for one learn so you can learn. And when you not choose for make them kind of sacrifice that then no certain things not really apply to you. You have to go join. Spend your big money and go join with some groups where will carry you along the way. It take knowledge, and with the more knowledge you get, the more you realize the responsibility is such. More. However, truth have to permeate the earth. And this is why I'm not take no side for say we are this or that. We just present truth. Is it all about contract? Yes. You understand? What you are calling law, is that the constitutional law? No. Well, those are basically legal standards. You know what I mean? Alternatively used rules and regulations. There is a difference, people. That's all I'm trying to say. And what might apply to some people just do not apply to I. And the people and what it does do not apply to usually can demonstrate these things. One of the things where happen when you just start learning, you're just so excited and you can't wait for show up yourself. But the ancients them would say, when you think you know it or have it, start over, stop and start right back again and make sure. In other words, just go humble. Because if them guy you never have my vehicle for a rare, a lot of things, a lot of information would not share out there. Would have just go on to the typical thing. But right now we are choose to reclaim our birthright, our hereditament, our inheritance. And I know it is entangled where the birth certificate is, because that is I surety. So when I used to hear people talk about bid, bond, performance, bond, insurety, but me have a primary surety. And my surety take responsibility for me. My surety is here to protect me. This is why my surety is known as a sophisticated financial instrument. I now leg of the birth certificate. I now follow no man a talk about government create. Government can't create absolutely nothing at all. Government can only imitate, duplicate, counterfeit. So when someone I say your mother inform and give you away with birth, there's no such thing, people. Research assessed to a KV Act of 1666. You understand? And I present information I show where in the Jamaica Constitution it have a clause where it talk about the juristic person. It's one or the other, not one and the other. So when them are attach you adhesively to this entity, which is a legal person, an entity, then you have to make the distinction. You have to create what we call a separation of entities, because you have one entity, which is the birth certificate, and you have you, who is a living man, who should be the agent or the principal or the attorney infer or the executor or whatever it is, but you should be directing that piece of paper, because that piece of paper can do nothing on its own. You, the living man, can leave your footprint or your mark on the earth. The legal entity, the juristic person, cannot. You have to represent it. This is why I said a system that is in place in its corporate capacity can only interface with the piece of paper. because a corporation can only interface with other corporations. This is why you go in a court when you think it's plain language, because they're in a corporate capacity. It's actually legalese. It sounds like ordinary English, and to you, it may be ordinary definitions. But to the corporation, to the corporate legal entity, it's always a legal meaning attached. Hence, we said there is what is lawful and what is legal. And what is legal is not necessarily lawful, however, because it's agreement or contract or contractual agreements. Then if you agree to be a slave, if you agree to be governed by some political entity, if you agree by your own willing consent or your tacit, you call it procreation, or you acquiescence with your silence, then are you voluntarily free will that, brethren? This is why I say, even when we see what is going on and them send presentment, we can't ignore presentment. We have to act. We have to do something, because we have a piece of paper that is out there. And if you don't really address that piece of paper, which is property, which is your asset, it will be deemed abandoned. And as such, foreign people are the state agents of a administer that piece of paper. And because you're totally clueless, thinking you are that piece of paper, thinking the birth certificate is you, it's not. I have shown information on my presenter. Your name is not on that birth certificate document. They intentionally withheld your name, which is an upper and lower case, according to the correct English grammatical rules. And when you say names are in all capital letter, it represents some kind of organization or corporation. So them kind of information I would like for, reiterate. Yeah, man. Because people so busy. Them walk away, gone all the way in some complexity and walk past the simplicity. You're not for the nothing more than comprehend what is going on. Why should I create all kind of things when it's unnecessary? As we go along, my people, as we go along, the most important thing is to reclaim your birthright. Yeah, man. And take control of your own affairs. Yeah, it take a lot of information. This is why we are learning. And I am totally receptive to learning. Learning will never cease for a man such as I. Yeah, man. It's amazing when I sit in here a chant, I just sit here with my eyes closed and just a reason. Yeah, man. It's I just the information, man, and then I just clarity. 'Cause I am of the view. My point is this: the system that is in place can only interface with an entity such as itself. However, because we were never taught, we are being deceived. This is why I'm now go have a problem. I say, if we're supposed to have any kind of agreement, present the contract. So when they gave me a notice of recognizance, then I can terminate that easily, cancel it. So right now, I put them in one of them kind of binder. Yeah, man. And when I say insured persons, they are them for do the research. Yeah, man, because the birth registration entity is insured. This is why when people dead and kill out themselves to find money for all of that, because of the information where we not have. It is impossible for government just to turn politician and then them get big and fat and rich, wealthy beyond them wildest, and all of that is honest earnings. That is impossible. For you now give them people a forensic audit where try deduce where them a get all of them monies, because all of it have to be documented. All of it. Anything when are documented are illicit gain. Anything with them and them can't take them illicit gain and put it in a trust and say you can't touch it. Because for them illicit gain and where them go earn is not like them a hustler sell some Bob Marley. No. Them illicit gain is the people's wealth they must scrape. The people's land they must scrape. Government not supposed to own absolutely nothing at all, just like a bank. Where a bank do the research. A bank can't lend out its own money because it have no money for lend. This is why I'm telling you there's a public and the private side. So then take it from your surety, which is the private side. You understand? And then is it to you for you use not the public because you're function on that level. Put it that way. So that's it, them man. Salute to our West Indian people. When we say West Indian, it is synonymous with American Indian because there's only two Indians designated on the earth. Indians of the America, and then the description of the Indians in Asia. So once them say West Indians, I'm already show the location of our West Indies area. It's not just a little Caribbean island where them I show you. The West Indies consist of Southern North America, Northern South America, and me say most of Mexico. The Mississippi Delta where you see out there. Them thing they are our, say, heritage. Yeah, man. One set of people, man. Different, you know what I mean? But us until foreign people, invade the location. And this is why all the chaos and confusion deriving from. Look on the island, them all of the island them just get bad. Look on the mainland where all of the community where say our people there, it just seem like it's a war zone. And usually, are we a war against our own people? That's why I encourage the youth them out there and the ones them out there say, yo, avoid the criminality, man. If you have to tough up and defend whatever you have to defend, your property, your life, your loved ones, even your community, then that is a whole different level. But no, sir, all our actions, there is always consequence to it. If not today or tomorrow, and I want to talk about time. One thing with time. Like here how you feel like you mess up time have a way for, bring you out in the light. Yeah, man. So you have to just know, sir, make we choose to stay up. And even if a situation make you have to behave bad, then so be it. But your whole thought process should be staying up, positive. All when we know of the negative. Because me already said take two for balance, but when you balance, yeah, if you push this or you push that, because I rise to another level. Our people, I don't know. A lot of them have to go get wiped out, for a lot of things change. However, I know say if all you kill are the, you'd have said the cockroach, then whatever create the cockroach are going to remain in place. So it's going to be a, endless cycle. Yeah, man, you remove a set of ones now for a brand new set rise up tomorrow. I say true knowledge, knowledge of the truth. Teach the people them how to write on paper and make them know so that is a negotiable instrument and it should, suffice. So once enough you go crazy over, the illusionary dollar. Now stop chant this way though. Now stop share them kind of information, yeah. And still being responsible. That's the beauty about it all. Yeah, man. You have a legal system out there and you have a lawful system out there. The legal system I deal with international, say, commerce, while the lawful system I maintain the dignity of the man and woman of the island here, and of the earth in general, because all of the corporate construct set up the very same way. I talk to a African today, and when the African show me in passport, it looks same like the Jamaican passport where we have here, so same like my world passport that I have. And I ask him about birth certificate, but I guess he never understand these things. When I show him my birth certificate, he must say, yeah, him have that. I'm a smile, I'm a say, your country is governed by the very same British people we are governed all over the place outside of the Muslim countries and outside of China, Russian type of people. But this British Empire, what them are called Commonwealth, glass itself over most of the place. So irrespective of what some locals are chit chat, once you have a central bank, then you're subject to the system out there because that's where them finance is. Anyway, I'm on the just a pass through for just go on, share the basic information and chant like we normally do. So me are telling us that them information, yeah, I gotta go over people, and especially our domestic people, you know what I mean? Because them so domesticated, it going to take them a while. However, I don't think it will be impossible. So as we go along, we keep sharing the basic information and leave our mark out there, leave our footprint out there. Yeah, man, leave our voice out there. God, truth have to permeate the earth, and we are seekers of truth. Yeah, we are what you call children of the light. When we're bringing up our information, it is light. Yeah, man. And truth is light. Yeah, man. Now, when me I talk about truth, me I say, this is what it is. This is what's going on. All right. If it's not, then rebut the information. That's all it is. It's all about contract people. And when I'm talk about insured persons, you can type in the Jamaica, I think, Insurance Act. That's where you find the information about the insurance person. But whenever I go into that, but that's I make you know, sir, irrespective of how gangster you is, there's an insurance on you. So when police come for you, there's a big bounty being collected where you're not gonna know about, your family not gonna know about, and most other people don't know about. Because you don't know nothing about the birth certificate information. That's why I'm not mind I try apply myself to learn, because nobody not teach it around here. Every activity when I say I go on out there, slave activity. Yeah, man, irrespective of how fancy it is. Yeah, the free people function from a different perspective and outside and away of the corporate system that is at hand. Yeah, man, everybody not choose to be a slave for the foreign people. We say no to voluntary or involuntary servitude. Any one of them it's called slavery. So that's our chant, you know. Yeah, man. And irrespective of the toughness we are going out there, we also watch and give thanks for life. Yeah, man. And the true expression of such. Yeah. Anyway, I'm not sure I'm not gonna make that one here stay, you know. I might just private it up through my nose, you know. We just come out and not really pinpoint anything, just to reiterate the facts. It's all about contract, and when you learn what your position is, then you're gonna learn how to, direct your instrument that is operating in the commercial arena. That's it. That's all it is. Yeah, man. So step by step, people. Salute out there. Hungry land, AG, there. You know, coming from a place and enough bird don't care. You access it. Yo, AG, and what them know about these streets? What them know about funeral fridge more pack up down with deep freeze? What them know about gun chatter for you bring them to school for 3 weeks? You can't feel the same cause that we see. We grew around the baby that's unseasy. Yo, me just smile with pain in a me. You come from a place rain falls with flames in a head. Me a see sun but me feel cold. I'm up me time for me reach you up. Not even me no like see me be sport raging away. But me smile with the pain for me. What them know about? Rich no fuck but your heart broke. Paranoid even hell shut my nago. You know make money like funeral parlor. So me carry gun everywhere for me yard up. The man want make my pants up. It's like you never see a one flesh arm. When you dance to the feds and taco. And you know say you're blessed but you never look pain in a way. We come from a place where fall with flames in our head. We a see sun but we feel cold. I'm on me time for me reach you up. Not even me no like some of these smoke raging away. But me smile with the pain for my man.
Here's how to receive a Western Union money transfer using GK1.
Right now, out, mother people, out. Or me I beat up my chronic law, I know, so when me I edit, me I forgot to edit out them part there, you know. That look like YouTube have a little style about them, you know. Yeah, man. But show me no monetize, me just go and push my thing, you know what I mean? Step by step, yeah, people. What going out there now have nothing to do with that, you know, people. That's why I'm not concern myself like them other guys. Yeah, man, I'm not going to ever concern myself, man. Step by step, when we say freedom, freedom mean it's more than talking about driving people. It has nothing to do with right to travel or driving with or without license. It has everything to do with being free. Yeah, man, absolutely free. When a policeman not come talk to me outside of me and you are engaged in a contract, a site going on. Yeah, man. And everybody are the same out here. You understand? Yeah, man. The slavery is still extant, people. That's why them trick our people with misinformation. Really. Straight misinformation. The very first thing is that them not teach the people about the law and what constitute law. Else everybody, not just little picnic way in a school, all old lady, them fi have the Charter of Fundamental Rights and them fi have the Universal Declaration of Human Rights. Those two documents should be like handbook. When you go anywhere, you're supposed to can pop it out and say, these are what me I deal with, you know. If you want to go international, here is the human rights document. And if you want to go at state, local, domestic, here is the Jamaica constitution that is maintained by the common law of the land. Now, what are you saying about your Admiralty international law of the sea? People, there is the distinction. Crystal clear. Do your research. Do your research. Others truth we are share. Which laws are we breaking? What crime have we committed? A oath name we call. Yeah, man. Our thing of freedom, free dominion, free domain. And that are our advocacy. Straight across the board. Yeah, man. And we not stop chant that way. And when we say we're free, it's, you know, that's what we mean, man. When you come for come engage with any offer where you make, you know what I mean? We can look at it as an agreement or some contractual issue. But them thing they are the difference, my people. So I'm not gonna take on like me and everybody are the same. No. People choose their own path. Yeah, man. It's one thing when you don't know and you don't have no knowledge, but it's something totally different when you have the knowledge and choose not to act. These things are free will concept. Yeah, man. Free will sit in that, man. And when you choose not to act, you can't critique. You have to just know, say, boy, you know, you choose to be where you are and what you are. Can't criticize. You have to just accept your station. And the only way to get out of it is when you gain some knowledge. Outside of that, forget about it. Step by step, people. Step by step.